Camarno has a giant mosquito statue, Selkirk a giant catfish, and the community of La Riviere has a giant wild turkey. It was built during a time of great civic pride, and people who live there are still just as proud nearly 40 years later. But as CTV's John Hendricks shows you, there are fewer people to see the turkey these days.
His name is Tom. Tom the turkey, that is. The 9-foot-tall statue is La Riviere's most famous landmark and impossible to miss as you drive by.
It's a big attraction and it looks very nice in the summer.
The turkey was put on its pedestal nearly 40 years ago to commemorate the La Riviere centennial in 1986. Local residents designed and built the turkey themselves after a professional told them it would cost $35,000 to do it, or nearly $100,000.
We decided, well, there's no way that this little community is going to raise $35,000 for something like that.
It was a high point for the small rural community, but while the turkey is still looking great, things aren't looking quite as good for the community itself.
It's hard to make a living off 4 families instead of a dozen or 20.
Today, there are only about 200 people living in La Riviere, and several businesses have flown the coop.
This used to be a general store here. If you couldn't find what you needed in there, you didn't need it. And then we had the credit union down there, and that just went out a couple of years ago. And at one time, there was about 6 garages in here. Things just dwindled out.
But while fewer people may be living here full-time, there's no shortage of people passing by. And Tom the turkey still pulls people in like it's time for Thanksgiving dinner.
It's the tourism, that the people that are passing through that want to stop and have a photo taken with it.
When they do, Charlene Curry says they see all the things La Riviere has to offer, such as its trails for walking, biking, and hiking. So long as the statue stands tall, so too does La Riviere, always ready to welcome the next visitor to this wonderful community. John Hendricks, CTV News, La Riviere.